Von Miller.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down following the run.
Ready, kill. Check. Undercut. Left.
Now Breeze. And his throw is incomplete. Kobe Fleener, the tight end, his intended target. And it's 3rd down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Easy.
Here's Breeze. Going up top. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They run it again with Kamara. And he's got some space here. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
3 yards to go on 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Breeze now. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
The motion man here, Fleener. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So important that you keep an opening drive going because you want to set the tempo right away. And you and I both know you can't set a tempo if you're punting the football away.
Yeah, maybe early. Don't want to be too over the top, but you're right. Big 3rd down conversion. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. And they'll run with Freeman. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. Goff now looks to throw. It's caught. Jones. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Gabriel, the man in motion. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talked about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And some room to work. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out.
Check 50, check 50.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Sheldon Rankins able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And, that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 5-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3.
It's good to be the kicker for the top offense in the NFL, and Matt Bryant was that in 2016. Led the league in scoring with 158 points, but boy, does Atlanta find him valuable. So dependable and clutch.
And he's been valuable in this league for a while. Hard to believe he's been around since 2002. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
On second down, Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a third down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Now gone. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. It's a give to Freeman running right. And some space here. Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman. His second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. To throw, it's Breeze. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. Here comes the Saints punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Freeman again. They find some open field here. A big hit. Knocked out sideways. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Running right, this is Freeman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They run. Devontae Freeman. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Gabriel, the man in motion. They'll run here. This is Kadeem Carey. And he had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep is Tavon Austin. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Austin. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says let's take a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready. Come on, Nate. Easy. Chill. Easy. Easy.
On 1st down, Breeze. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. Now Breeze throwing on second down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But that certainly looked like prime opportunity there, didn't it? Man coverage with a linebacker going deep downfield. Yet how about the athleticism? We're seeing more and more of that, of those linebackers coming into the NFL. They can run with just about anyone.
On third down, Mark Ingram. And some room to run now. Needed 16, they got 17 on third down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Flushed out right. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number two.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The final shot before half for Breeze. He's going to take another shot here. And that is incomplete. We have hit, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So it'll be first down here after the run. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Goff on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And now it's second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. And now another one thrown incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. Runs through the contact. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Freeman at tailback. He's got it running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play action. It's gone. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Kill! Hey, easy! Check. Tighten up. Put out. Kill.
Bree's going to try and throw on third down. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a first down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
Given 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. Gabriel, the man in motion. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. He loses 5 full yards to bring up fourth. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Austin. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Six yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. Now Breeze. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Breeze now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. Now flags will come in, and I think this is against the Saints up front. Here comes the Saints punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So out come the Falcons now. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
A 20th carry now for Freeman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. The left side completion to Jones. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. And the play clock's running down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll need to get the play off quickly. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Freeman. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And shedding through the tackle. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's Freeman. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A first throw for the backup Griffin. Flush to his right. And he's got room. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw is RG3. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Looking deep downfield. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tavon Austin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And he's got it up and through. Lutz now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff as they run left side. Room here to run. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 51 yards. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Time running out here on the play clock. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 22-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Here's a quick give to Gronkowski, the fullback. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. On the give. This is a fullback Gronkowski. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
Legging with Nick, we dump it off like V. Ramonovic. Sorry, homie, you know we not friends, it's all for politics. Politics, never get to see who really running. Now you know who running. You rappers on punishment. Papa dog, they be lying on they